social media for beautiful food and inspiration.
Everybody, welcome to Local Love. This is a live show again, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific. If you're out there listening to the podcast version of this, please go ahead and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/EchoplexMedia. We got a lot of great stuff going on, but we're taking a little bit of a break. Won't be any show on Thursday or Friday this week. So just thought I'd let everybody know that. You can support this project at patreon.com/Echoplex. Also, if you're out there in podcast land and you're a Bay Area local music artist, just go to echoplexmedia.com/submit. You can send us your tunes. We'll include them on Local Love. We'll add them to our 24-hour streaming station. That's at eplex.xyz. It's always playing local music on shuffle unless we're live, then it's playing us. Also local musicians, you can join the panel. You can just go to echoplexmedia.com/panel. There's instructions. You can join it via Discord, voice, and video. Fairly easy if you're fairly computer savvy. Proper mic and headphones are certainly helpful for that too. Don't just join from your cell phone, because that'll sound pretty bad. So, Juan Maserati may or may not be my co-host this evening. Made by Dr. Light may or may not stop by. Curtis from Monkey may or may not stop by. May have a verse from Rebels Camp stop by. Who knows? I put the word out. But if it's just you and me tonight, chat, it's just you and me, and we'll be okay with that too. So we got this great music from Kat Robichaud. She's a bit of a cabaret burlesque sort of performer out of San Francisco, but also a wonderful recording artist. She put out a Christmas album. I don't really like Christmas music, but her Christmas album's pretty dope. So here's a song of hers about gremlins.
My dear old darling friend, it's Christmas time again, and damn it, I did not get you a present. But you got one for me, and knowing you, it will be something that you know I've always wanted. It's not because I do not love you. Love you. It's not because I'm always broke. You're always broke. I'm worried that you won't believe me when I tell you it was out of my control. I got attacked tonight by these little gremlins. I was fighting for my life. There were so many of them. There was nothing I could do. And that's why there's no gifts for you. What the fuck? La 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 At first hanging out was cool. They were good at shooting pool, but then they started messing with my psyche. Laughed at pictures from my tweens, Xeroxed my diary, and convinced me that nobody liked me. They had me curled into a ball as they smashed beer bottles on the wall. They started out so cute, how was I to know they turned into little raging assholes? I got attacked tonight by these little gremlins. I was fighting for my life. There were so many of them. There was nothing I could do. And that's why there's no gift for you. Christmas used to be so happy. Overeating, sneaking alcohol from relatives who are getting back at your parents for all the times they tortured them as kids. Bells! La 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 la. The night was winding down. They completely wrecked the town. There was nothing that was not on fire. But this madness couldn't last, so I threw them in the bath, turned it on and tossed in my hair dryer. They started melting like a candle. It was like the ending of The Fly. And if anybody asks you, don't tell them that I was here, especially not the Chinese guy. I got attacked tonight by these little gremlins. I was fighting for my life. There were so many of them. There was nothing I could do. And that's why there's no gift for you. I got attacked tonight by these little gremlins. I was fighting for my life. There were so many of them. I got attacked tonight by these little gremlins. I was fighting for my life. There were so many of them. There was nothing I could do. And that's why there's no gift for you.
That was Kat Robichaud. The song is called The Gremlins Song. Super talented gal. I dropped some info about Kat in the chat. Kat Robichaud she did back in ye olde times when you could go out. She did a bit of a burlesque cabaret show in San Francisco. I went to it a couple times. It was great. There were fucking great people at the after party. Just a fucking good time all around. Cannot wait for that sweet vaccine to come into play so everybody can go out again, because one of the first things I'm going to want to do is go to a Cat Robichaud event. If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and you haven't checked it out, when we can all start going outside again, definitely check it out. Super good music, super fun acts. One time we saw a sword swallower. We saw all kinds of acrobatic shit. Just great singers, great performers. Had a great time every time we went. The Media Wench is a big fan. The Media Wench took her kids to it, which is pretty cool. Most of these kinds of events are for adults only, but the folks over at Misfit Cabaret made some accommodations for the Media Wench and her kids, and that's great. Her kids had a great time. It's a good time, and there's not enough like variety show stuff going. Well, there's none of it going on right now, but generally, like the kind of variety show stuff wasn't real big here in the Bay Area, and it was cool to see Cat kind of bring some of that flavor along with just like proper musical chops. Brother Spellbinder always sending us music. I can't even keep up. They've been so cool to us, always sending everything they have when they're finished with it. They're a great act. You can check out Brother Spellbinder on all the places. Facebook, of course. You can grab them on Bandcamp. They're on Spotify. Any of these artists, if you like them, they're real easy to find. And if you need more information about them, you can email us or even email them. They're all super accessible because they're all local independent artists. They all send us their music, and we're super proud to have almost 1,500 songs by local artists. The collection keeps growing. Didn't get any new music this week, but I figure like with the holidays coming, everybody's real busy. I figure after the new year, we'll start getting a bunch more music. So here is Brother Spellbinder, and this one's their side project called the Spellbinder Orchestra. This song is called Mr. Right. I'll be back in a few minutes here.
Dear Santa, I'm writing and making a list. For Christmas I want true love, sealed with a kiss. I won't misbehave, I promise not to pout. I'll even stop flirting when all the girls go out. I'm not getting younger, the clock is ticking on. I want my New Year's kiss before my eggs are gone. My knight in shining armor to sweep me off my feet. Honest and funny, never ever cheat. We love the same music, talk and laugh for hours. He likes to watch my chick flicks, lavish me with love. When I'm down, he's tender, knows just what to say to get me on my feet again and send those blues away. Dear Santa, please help me fulfill my destiny. Bring me Mr. Right, the one just right for me. Sometimes I've been naughty, sometimes I've been nice. I've been so lonely, I need a little spice. Please bring me a lover who's handy with his tools, polite and well spoken, but still can bend the rules. Always calls his mother, remembers holidays, fights for equal rights, lets me get my way. Dear Santa, please help me fulfill my destiny. Bring me Mr. Right, the one just right for me. cooking fine cuisine. He is the king of Christmas, and I'm the Christmas queen. Handsome and intelligent, and oh so debonair. Loves the way I smile, loves my derriere. Dear Santa, please help me fulfill my destiny. Bring me Mr. Right, the one just right for me. Bring me Mr. Right, one just right for me.
That's Brother Spellbinder, the Spellbinder Orchestra side project. The song's called Mr. Right. I didn't know that was a Christmas song. That's cool. I hadn't played that one yet. We just got that, I think, this week. They, like I said, they send us music all the time. Brother Spellbinder's super cool. We had them in studio during the audio only days. You could search for Brother Spellbinder at echoplexmedia.com, and I believe they played live in the studio, and it was pretty good. All the times we had anybody play live in the studio was pretty good. I wonder if my neighbors hated that shit. I bet they did. They probably prefer it much more now that nobody's allowed to come over. But yeah, this is Local Love. It's a music show. We brought it back in November, and looks like we're going to just keep it rolling until everybody gets bored with it again or whatever. Super fun. We don't get as big an audience for this. We don't get much of an audience at all for this on Twitch yet. But it's a good addition. And plus, like, if people like get to know us through the other stuff we're doing, and then they come see Local Love, they'll be like, oh, these people are into art and music and shit too. They'll be like, I thought they were just trolls. So it's good that we're not just trolls. The show's available as a podcast too, so if you ever miss it, you can just look for Local Love on your favorite podcatcher. You can listen to it while you go for a jog or run errands or whatever. I like to listen to podcasts while I run errands so that people leave me alone. I like being left alone while I'm at the store. The best. I guess I'm just going to keep the music rolling here. The next one I got is by a band called the Wyatt Act. They're friends of ours as well. They used to call all the time during the after show. They don't call us anymore though. They don't love us as much as they once did, but their music's great. This song's called Don't Jackson My Pollock, and I'll be back.
Get in your van and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock. Get in your van and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock.
A fish on the freeway with a chainsaw and a gun.
Get in your van and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock.
All this is gonna make you be late, so now you better run.
Get in your van and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock.
A fistful of paintballs with scraped claws ripped straight from the jaws of the sun.
Get in your van and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock.
If technique is a means to a statement, then get acquainted with reality in a basement restrained, skinned, and hung.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
Let art often be violent like a client at a silent auction, French kissing the Dawson with poison on his tongue.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
I intend to leave this museum as numb as when I'd first come to serve the masses a plaque from my gums.
Don't Jackson my Pollock. Don't Jackson my Pollock.
Subpoena the ignition switch to turn on a stair.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
There, Marina Abramovich just sat in a chair.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
Where hyenas have perfect pitch like ballerinas want to shit in the air, that's why dancers say mare.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
Fair, you want to express yourself freely and plentifully.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
And I've got nothing against the forces of gravity nor entropy.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
And it's not that I don't appreciate your joy and your reverie.
Don't Jackson my Pollock.
But honestly, I'd heavily recommend if you're gonna be a honeybee, you probably should find a flower instead of me.
Don't Jackson my Pollock. Get your head and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock. Get in your bed and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock. Get in your bed and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock. Get in your bed and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock.
Orchards in the fall, it's symbolic. No portrait was nostalgic. Poor misfortuned, melancholic. Pollock, a tortured alcoholic. Just a little breeze, the peace that brings the leaves and trees to breathe and green. Dripping all the paint the way you play, it rains from brains unconscious waves. There are no mistakes, only discoveries hidden in ink blots with our Rorschach, who was often plagued with some unease. You're projecting, and you're glue. Whatever you say is infecting and testing and sticks right back to you. A canvas is a trance. It's a chance to understand and enhance the vast expanse. Let the media glare, art for art's sake. Put your heart on a stake and serve it medium rare. I must confess I've entertained the idea of splattering everywhere on everyone and everything. There's been times I wouldn't mind flinging colors across the room from a credit card or an ad. We're all just trying to survive late stage capitalism within the context of globalization. Nobody can really concentrate with dizzying swirls of red and black swirling around like the last man laughed.
Get in your bed and go, man, don't Jackson my Pollock.
That was Don't Jackson My Pollock by the Wyatt Act. Wyatt Act is a really cool band. Their music is fucking everything from like funk music to like weird stuff like that to kind of straightforward rock and roll. Great band out of Oakland, California. Super good friends of ours too. They always send us their music too when it's done. They even send it to us in fucking WAV or FLAC, like lossless format. I mean, it all gets compressed down and stuff by the time you hear it, but you know, they know that I care. So I don't mind using up a little extra space to have FLACs and waves. So, we're taking phone calls all night, 415-903-PLEX. That's 415-903-7539. The Discord voice is open also for people just want to say hi. It's discord.me/echoplex. Jump on. Fucking, if you liked one of the bands or whatever, you can ask questions about the band. I might know it. Might know the answer. And if you like any of the music you're hearing on this, make sure you go like follow them on Spotify or, you know, go pick up their music on Bandcamp or whatever. Just don't pick them up on CD Baby because CD Baby can kiss my ass. Yeah. So this show, we used to have like 5 fucking people in the studio. There was a time when I had people in the studio. It was almost all audio only. When we got to Twitch, we ended Local Love after a long time just because it was too much work and just too much like post-production work and stuff. And now we sort of streamlined the process. And by that, I mean, I don't fucking edit anything anymore. I don't multi-track anything anymore. The sound quality doesn't like suffer in any sort of meaningful way. I don't know why I was doing all that shit to begin with. I've got like all this DSP running here and everything sounds really good. As long as I don't get too drunk and forget to put my face in the mic, that is. So I'm just going to keep the music rolling. This is Brendan Getzell. We played a Cat Robichaud song a little while ago. Brendan Getzell is part of Cat Robichaud's project, but he also is a solo artist. And here's, he does a lot of covers and whatnot, but he's done some great original work. Here's one of his original songs. It's called Superbloom, and I'll be back in a minute.
They say it comes to those who wait, but I was never one for the cliche. Beauty fades and chaos reigns. We're on a road to whence we came, but here in your room, tranquil morning, your perfect little room, with the sunlight pouring in, and on the horizon, all we can see is time. We can grow this garden now that we're past the butterflies. There's a road and it goes on and on. Can we walk it side by side from your room? Hand in hand, you and me in the Superbloom. my worst jokes. She finishes my portmanteaus. She's so many people rolled into one. A panoply of rising suns. In a world of simple words, her tongue goes dancing in ways I never heard. And she's got me singing. And on the horizon, all we can see is time. We can grow this garden now that we're past the butterflies. There's a road and it goes on and on. Can we walk it side by side from your room? Hand in hand, you and me, in the Superbloom. Inside your heart, the convoluted pathways leading to you and me in the Superbloom. Oh, oh. Hand in hand, you and me in the Superbloom. Oh, oh. All we can see is time. We can grow this garden now that we're past the butterflies. There's a road and it goes on and on. Can we walk it side by side? There is a road and it goes on and on. Can we walk it side by side from your room? Hand in hand, you and Superbloom.
Superbloom by Brendan Getzell. Super talented guy. We always kind of call him the Bay Area's own young Elton John. Super impressed with all of his music. You can check him out on Facebook. He does a lot of Facebook Live stuff. I think he was doing one-hit wonder covers this last time, and I tuned in for that. It was pretty cool. Didn't catch the whole thing because I had my own show to do. Had to start getting ready for it, but there's a good community around him, and just a kind of music-loving guy who a super talented, good singer, great keyboardist, just a fantastic talent, and I'm always kind of blown away by the amount of wonderful music we get from all these people here in the Bay Area, some of whom we never met and didn't know anything about us, and we're just like, oh, you're doing a podcast about music? Here, have some songs. So that was super cool. We had most of them in the studio. Most of the songs you're hearing, the people have come in the studio, but some of the people haven't. And Brendan's one who hasn't been in the studio, although he has been on Local Love before. He did a live performance that we were able to simulcast for our community. It was super great, and like I said, I'm always just real impressed whenever I see him performing live or whenever he sent us some music. So we're going to change gears a little bit. This is next song is by Track 9. This is pretty cool shit right here. Track 9 is a beatboxer, and everything you're going to hear in this song is her beatboxing. It's layered and stuff. She can't do this particular thing live the way that it sounds, but there's no like synthesizers or drum machines or anything in this. Super cool, probably super hard to put together, and man, I was just blown away. You can check out, she beatboxed live for us during one of our shows. I think the show was live at Suju's Coffee in Fremont, California, which was kind of a funny thing. It was a coffee shop we used to all hang out with when we were young, and the owner of the coffee shop was nice enough to provide us with an Ethernet cable and, let us do the show live there. It was pretty cool. Most of the people there getting coffee weren't interested, but whatever. It's not like we're fucking celebrities or anything. But it was super cool having Track 9 on the show. And here's your song, Lipstick. It's super good.
There's something I like about the color crimson that looks hella pretty on plenty of women, and I can't deny your lips caught my eye. I would really like to give that color a try. You have me at your lady killer smile and wink. I insist, would you let me go and buy you a drink? I think I got hit by a love arrow. That lady is armed with Cupid's bow. Your lipstick looks good tonight. 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 Color lipstick A, she said, anything you put on yourself, miss. I don't mind a bit of lipstick smear. We can test out old days if you come on over here. This conversation's got my temperature high. You know which next shade I wanna apply. If they look closely when they read our lips, they'll know we're not just talking about some makeup tips. Your lipstick looks good tonight. 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 Your lipstick looks good tonight.
That was Lipstick by Track 9. Fucking all beatbox. Great stuff. Super impressive. She won some beatbox competitions too. I don't know enough about it. I don't remember. It's been such a long time since we talked to her. Hope she's out there and doing well and keep doing that thing. Let's see. If you're listening to this podcast as a podcast, make sure you follow it and search for all the other Echoplex Media podcasts. We have a bunch. We stream every day at twitch.tv/Echoplex Media. I think four of the days go out as podcasts. We have the Plex, Local Love, the Intellectual Dollar Tree, and Down Ballot that all go out as podcasts. Sometimes we do the audio capture from some of the other streams and put them out on the main podcast feed too. So yeah, this show's live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Echoplex Media. And I'm just going to keep the music rolling here. This is Whatever I Got Over by Model Rocket Scientist. And I'll be back in a few minutes. This time with a beer.
Yeah. heart, for my heart, for my heart. The dream was half alive, only coming from my side, from my side, from my side. Whatever I got over, whatever I got over, whatever I got over, and there's more in my hands. Whatever I got over, and there's more in my hands, my hands, my hands. Yeah. Imagination sees put away for eyes to see, but mine, but whatever I got over, whatever I got over, whatever I got over, and there's more in my hands. Whatever I got over, and there's more in my hands, my hands, my hands.
Model rocket scientist, whatever I got over. I believe that band's out of San Francisco, but I could be wrong. I have a couple songs by them. Sometimes we play one of their songs called Big Small Towns as the theme song for Down Ballot. That's our local news show. Some of you probably already know about it. But I now have a beer. I have a Boddington's. This is the official beer of Echoplex Media. It's like one of my favorite beers. One of the main reasons I liked it is because I could the can is black and yellow. It looks like an energy drink, so I could drink that shit on light rail and nobody would even notice I was drinking a beer. It was great. People thought I had some weird energy drink they never heard of. Mind you, you do that at night, like on your way to the bars or whatever. You're doing that 2 PM, there's some problems there. But yeah, we used to drink like, I don't know, when the studio would be full, we'd drink like 20 of them during the show. Super great during the audio only days. And you're curious about that, you can go to our website, echoplexmedia.com. All of our podcasts existed, except for Intellectual Dollar Tree, actually existed during the audio only days. And you can check all those out. Hear what it sounds like when there's a bunch of people in the studio instead of just one and then some people on Discord or Skype or whatever. It sounded different, I guess. Probably better. Racket shop here. Anyway, I'm just going to keep the music rolling. This is Magick Blues Band. We interviewed the singer from Magick Blues Band on Twitch. It's an episode of Local Love. You can just search it on YouTube or whatever, or on our website, You can search for the audio only version. This guy was super cool. I should probably have him back on. Probably email him or something. Be like, hey, we do open panel now. Come back on. So yeah, this song is called Little House, and it's super great. Oh no, this song is called. Okay, yeah, this song is called Little House. We'll be back soon. Little House by the Magic Blues Band. Great band. That's a shame again that We can't go see these bands live. Hopefully the vaccine will help a lot. Hopefully we'll get, hopefully things might go a little quicker than expected. Who knows? I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping some of the venues can open back up, because some of these venues, I mean, all of them got like hit really hard, but the ones that don't also have food, they're fucked. And I don't know, I don't know if they, if a lot of the venues locally here in San Jose were able to secure loans, or, if they have like benefactors, or if they're able to like raise money on GoFundMe. I just hope that we don't come back from all this with all the venues being owned by like Amazon or Google or somebody, right? Bar by Facebook would suck. So, here's hoping the vaccine works and that everybody takes it so that we can all get back to partying. That's some really important shit, is being able to go out and party. Especially after all this, people are going to be really happy to be able to go out again. So keep the music rolling here. Kind of on the same tip as the last band. This is the Poppy Jasper Band. This song is called Mississippi Delta.
Up in Memphis today, pulled on my blue suede shoes. Gonna walk around this old town, rediscover the home of the blues. Walk down to the mighty Mississippi, I can see the paddle wheelers turn. Been singing the blues my whole life, know I got something to learn. Mississippi Delta, moonshine and barbecue. To hear the Gibson guitars and the Beale Street bars, I always come back to you. Mississippi Delta, 12 bars in the truth. Where Elvis is alive, the guitar's crying, and the mother's son sings the blues. Walked up to the Lorraine, paid respects to MLK. The more things change, more they stay the same. We could sure use you here today. Walk down the rail yard, listen to the trains roll by. Heard the boxcar blues on the avenue, lift my voice to the sky. Mississippi Delta, moonshine and barbecue. Yeah, the Gibson guitars and the Beale Street bars, I always come back to you. Mississippi Delta, 12 bars of the truth. Where Elvis is alive, the guitar's crying, and the mother's son sings the blues. The spirit's wander free. I can feel B.B. King standing right next to me. There's a Robert Johnson too, hanging in the air. And Jerry Lee Lewis, he's everywhere. Mississippi Delta, moonshine and barbecue. Yeah, the Gibson guitars and the Beale Street bars, I always come back to you. Mississippi Delta, 12 bars on the truth. Where Elvis is alive, the guitar's crying, and the mother's son sings the blues. Paid a visit to Graceland, stood at the grave of the king. Lift down close, listen real hard, swear I can hear you sing. Mississippi Delta, moonshine and barbecue. Yeah, the Gibson guitars and the Beale Street bars, I always come back to you. Mississippi Delta, 12 bars of the truth. Where Elvis is alive, the guitar's crying, and the mother's son sings the blues.
Well, now there's audio. Anyway, check out the Poppy Jasper band on all the places like Spotify, Bandcamp, just not CD, baby. Check out all the music you hear on this show. And then you'll be able to check it out. The bands are great. Super excited about maybe being able to get some of these people back in the studio once the vaccine comes around and everybody gets it. I'm just super happy that we have all this music to play, because other people, like, they just play pop tunes or whatever on their stream, and it's like, well, that's great. You don't really have permission for that song. But also, like, if somebody like lives in a city like Chicago and they're streaming, they're not like reaching out to local artists to get music to play on their channel. I don't know what they're doing. They should be doing that. It was super easy for us. People we never met sent us their whole catalog of music as soon as we announced that we were going to do a show like this. So everybody remember to check out the podcast version of this show. You can grab it on your favorite podcatcher. That's Local Love. You can also just grab all of our Echoplex Media shows on your favorite podcatcher. And great part about the podcast is I'm not even going to edit out the part where I forgot to turn the mic up, because I'm not going to remember that happened tomorrow. So it'll be funny. There'll be like a little empty spot there. So I'm going to keep the music rolling here. Going to play something a little different here. We got some reggae from The Dangerous. The Dangerous was one of the last bands we had in the studio before, when we were just doing audio for this show. I want to say it was in the studio when the studio was across the hall. It was one of the last acts we had in there before I moved everything over here. They were great. They came in, drank a bunch of beer, smoked a bunch of weed, and were able to hold their shit together. We had a great conversation with those guys, and they're like super talented. This song is called Vampire by The Dangerous. And I'll turn my mic on when we come back, I promise.
Something creeping up on me. My heart was racing under the moonlight, so I started running for my life. She's a vampire, she's so dangerous. Her kiss is poison, she's so dangerous. She's a vampire, she's so dangerous. Her kiss is poison, she's so dangerous. She must come from somewhere wicked. Her thirst for blood is never ending. I hear her calling night after night. So I keep on running for my life. She's a vampire, she's so dangerous. Her kiss is poison, she's so dangerous. She's a vampire, she's so dangerous. Her kiss is poison, she's so dangerous. She's a vampire, she's so dangerous. Her kiss is poison, she's so dangerous. She's a vampire, she's so dangerous. Her kiss is poison, she's so dangerous. She's a vampire, she's a vampire.
That was Vampire by The Dangerous. I turned the mic on this time. Dangerous is super cool. You can find them in all the usual places. Just don't look for them on CD Baby, because CD Baby is the worst. Maybe I'll get into that a little bit later. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put something in my fucking magazine about it, because I'm having a big problem with CD Baby right now. Anyway, another place you can find all this music when we're not live is at our radio station. Yeah, we have a radio station. Whenever we're not live, the place you can go listen to the audio only version of this live stream is pumping out all this music that's in our library on shuffle. Just go to eplex.xyz in any browser, or check out Echoplex Radio on your TuneIn app. And if you go to the eplex.xyz, the web portal, you can request a song. So if you like, for example, the Roughies, which, I mean, everybody likes the Roughies. But if you really liked a Satabria song, you could go request it. And within 5 to 10 minutes or so, it would eventually just be playing for you on eplex.xyz. It's a super cool feature, and it keeps track of the songs everybody requested. So as I start to think about what I'm going to play for this show, once more people start listening to the radio station and using it in that way, I'll start to take into account like what songs were requested most, what songs were played most, that kind of stuff. I think that'll probably make this show better. But yeah, our old radio station was fine, but this one's great. You can make requests, and it spits out all the track names on any device, no matter what you're using. Before, you had to do a little bit of web foo, some kind of ninja shit to get the tracks. Now it's just everywhere. We use a thing called Azuracast. I installed it. I told the media wench, I was like, I don't know, maybe we'll be switched over in 2 weeks. And of course, the way these things work, we were switched over the next day. So shout out to the Azuracast project. It's free and open source software. It's based on IceCast 2. Liquid soap, and it's running on Nginx. It's fantastic. I couldn't be happier with the software. And if you're ever like tuning into the stream, but then you got to go do dishes, you can use that same service to listen to me via audio only at eplex.xyz or at echoplexmedia.com/radio. Has a bunch of different ways that you can tune in. What's up, Screamin' Cheese? Yes, shout out to Right Wing Watch. In fact, shout out to Right Wing Watch. We'll probably end up doing a little bit of that during Red Light. If you're listening to the podcast version, there is a post game on this show. It's called Red Light. Just kind of do whatever. If I have music guests on, maybe we keep talking about the music stuff we were talking about. Or if not, I just kind of switch over and we start doing the crazy that we usually do around here on our other shows. And it's super fun. Check it out at twitch.tv/echoplexmedia. Or if you wanted to join Patreon, the $5 level, you get the audio only capture of the whole show, including Red Light, including the part earlier where I forgot to turn on my microphone and didn't start talking. I won't cut that out at all. But also, if you come over to twitch.tv/echoplexmedia, you get to meet my chat. My chat's pretty cool. And you get to be here for the raids. I wanted to thank I'm Really Important for the raid last night. The people from his community that came over were super cool. Just jumped right in and started having fun. It's great. None of them asked what's going on here. Okay, a few of them did, but it was super great. And they didn't ask to see any of our appliances. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's just a bit of Echoplex lore. So, this song that I'm going to play next is by Little Petie and the Mean Old Men. It is generally the It is generally the theme song for Operation Catterday, which is the third Saturday of every month. This song is called Kitty Kitty, and it's once again by Little Petie and the Mean Old Men. We should probably have them on.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Kitty, kitty, always look so pretty. Won't you tell me what you wanna do? We got 100 million miles to fly, and there's no time to worry about the other shoe. Cause if it's one thing, then it's another. And we can spend a lot of time being cool to each other. Cause baby, if you smile at me, then I'm smiling at you. And I did it all before, so we would already know. Nobody ever wanna go until they're ready to go. You baby wanna have a good time, and I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy everyone could be here, baby, and I wanna say, so lovely every time I see you now, and I wanna say, hey, let's get ready. It's a big, big party now, and I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy, baby, I'm so happy. That's what I wanna say. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Kitty, kitty, always look so pretty. Won't you tell me what you're doing here? We got 100 million fires to light, and there's no time to wonder if the coast is clear. Cause if it's one thing, then it's another. And we can spend a lot of time making fools of each other. Cause baby, if you're crying for me, then I'm crying for you. And I did it all before, so we would already know. Nobody ever when we're going, still we're ready to go. But baby, wanna have a good, good time. And I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy everyone could be here, baby, and I wanna say, hey, it's just so lovely every time I see you now, and I wanna say, hey, let's get ready, it's a big, big party now, and I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy, baby, I'm so happy, that's what I wanna say. Nobody ever wanna go until they're ready to go. Your baby wanna have a good, good time. And I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy everyone could be here, baby. And I wanna say, hey, it's just so lovely every time I see you now. And I wanna say, hey, let's get ready. It's a big, big party now. And I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy, baby, I'm so happy. Oh, come on, kitty, kitty, always look so pretty. Won't you tell me what you wanna do? We got 100 million miles to fly, and there's no time to wonder about what others do. Cause if it's one thing, then it's another. And we can spend a lot of time playing cool with each other. Cause baby, if you're trying for me, then I'm trying for you. Now I did it all before, so we would already know. Nobody ever wanna go until they're ready to go. You baby wanna have a good, good time, and I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy everyone could be here, baby, and I wanna say, hey, just so lovely every time I see you now, and I wanna say, hey, let's get ready, it's a big, big party now, and I wanna say, hey, I'm so happy, baby, I'm so happy. You know that I'm so happy. That's what I want to see.
There's little Petie and the Mean Old Men. The song is called Kitty Kitty, and we've been playing at the beginning of every Operation Catterday because I think it's one of the only songs we have about cats that isn't just by Cat Robichaud, whose music is also lovely. Played some of that earlier in the show. Man, I'm really itching for everything to open back up. I'm telling you, man, that vaccine news is the best news ever. I can't wait to play Bike Party. I was talking to Media Wench earlier about how I'd probably be like crying like a baby the first time I play Bike Party because I don't even know 1% of the people's names at San Jose Bike Party, but I love all of them because they cut a rug when I play. It's a great audience, and can't wait. Also can't wait to see all our friends' bands playing again. It's going to be great. You know, we've seen people adapt a little bit through the shelter in place. Some people have done it really well. Sakura, for example, adapted really well. Took her maybe a week or two to get it going. Then her live streams were great. Cat Robichaux's live streams are quite good. Brendan Getzell's live streams are quite good. Another person who live streams does it a little on the lower tech tip, but his live streams are really good, is Patty K from the Roughies. That's right, Patty K from the Roughies. And I noticed last week we didn't play any Roughies, which is, I mean, it's kind of unacceptable. So This song has kind of been the theme song for everything that happened in 2020 for us. Everybody that fucking is part of our community knows this song. This is What's Your Plan for the Wasteland by the Roughies, and I'll be right back.
Didn't make it to the vault in a pool of blood from the police assault. No revolution, instead your body beaten blue and red, and a bright white light on the horizon instead. Then the napalm drops and the flames won't stop. The teacher's dead, preacher's dead, soldiers dead, cops. The napalm drops and the flames won't stop. The teacher's dead, preacher's dead, soldiers dead, cops. What you gonna do when no one comes for you? You better make a plan for the wasteland. So what's your plan for the wasteland? No mutants or martyrs, just malnourished kids telling stories about all the fun stuff we did. No gas for the car and no shells for the guns, so sit back, relax, let the cannibals come. You wish they were zombies, but there's breath in their lungs. Breath in their lungs. What you gonna do when no one comes for you? Oh, what you gonna do when the hungry humans come for you? You better make a plan for the wasteland. So what's your plan for the wasteland? What's your plan for the wasteland? So what's your plan for the wasteland? Would you rather be starving? I would rather be gone. I would rather be dust when the bombs come along. So I fight with the dying when you can rest and be dead. We all need survival like a hole in the head. Pray you're safe and you're sound, not sleep in the ground. Pray the first fucking target is this quaint little town. When the gas came you choked, when the fun came you drowned. What you gonna do when no one comes for you? Oh, what you gonna do when the consequences come for you? You better make a plan for the wasteland. So what's your plan for the wasteland? Ain't got no plan for the wasteland. Thinking I'll go Sam for the wasteland. You're a bitch of pen for the wasteland. You got no plan for the wasteland. So what you gonna do when no one comes for you? You better make a plan for the wasteland. You better make a plan for the wasteland.
That's what's your plan for the wasteland, but everybody already knows that. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Media Wench, watch this. I like legitimately look. That was already cued in. Isn't that weird? Super weird. We're like the same person in the Media Wench. There's like a whole telepathic conversation happening between me and Media Wench when it's just me and her on the show. I can watch her like roll her eyes in a certain way and know what she's going to say and then say it before her. Best co-host ever. Best fucking co-host ever. Anyway, that was our official song for 2020. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We had a couple songs that we came across that sort of reminded us of the things that are going on. I'm going to play another one of them next. It's when everybody first started to have to stay home. we were kind of listening through our music, and then this song came up. It's called "You Ain't Doing Nothing" by Sam RucKus.
We back. Fuck.
This is Sam RucKus music. Check it out. You ain't doing nothing.
Damn, I guess I couldn't stay away. They be telling y'all don't sleep on me, stay awake. And I could give a damn about your jump shots and fadeaways, cause all they be looking at is my takeaways. Try to keep up but don't mimic, I'm so sporadic. Chasing a dream and shitting on a fan favorite while I'm at it. Impatience and frustrations got my behavior so erratic. And everyone's got a story to tell but it's so anticlimactic. Yeah, and everything's so livid. I'm warming up with this liquor that I'm sipping. It's the way I'm living, 26 now when everything's so vivid. I'm winning and I'm limping. Damn, seems like everybody's got a gimmick. I'm just trying to impress the world in under 15 minutes. But let me take a second and soak this all in, and share all these melodies that I've been lost in, yeah. I'ma jump out the window. Y'all about to get hit. I looked up in the mirror and said, fuck that, I'm the shit. Yeah, so check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, so check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Check me out, you ain't doing nothing. And I told y'all I would never stop. My only objective is to top the last shit I dropped. And I want a story tell, but I ain't got no plot. So making the pen bleed is all I really got. Hey yo, I was told I speak to an older generation. The rush just feels amazing, but I can't really explain it. And I'm working every day, but never working on my patience. I just speak from the heart and never seek for validation. And rest in peace, grandma, your son is my goddamn hero. I was raised to be a man of honor like De Niro. And I'm so blessed that the work ethic is there. And I'm so blessed I was given the strength to bear anything that crosses my path. And I hope y'all watching. An adversary sign is not enough, need one that says caution. And I'ma stop overthinking and focus on the fundamentals. Bossing up now, making sure nothing is accidental. What? I'ma jump out the window. Y'all about to get hit. I looked up in the mirror, said fuck that, I'm the shit. Yeah, so check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, so check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Check me out, you ain't doing nothing. I'm a beast, I was born on the elephant's back. You can find me in the Rockies bumping heads with the Rams. I used to sit back, but now I take the lead when I dance. I keep a clenched fist that you can never reach for my hands. I needed to cover more ground with the swing of a pen. Throughout the blueprint, I'm back on my bullshit again. My only objective is move up in the list. So I learned to draw with my elbow and not with my wrist. Yeah, the only competition's the reflection to the last good fight that I'll ever know. You'll never see me in public, and that's except for shows. Truth is, I don't fuck with anybody except for those I chose. Y'all already know the drill, let the record play. I'm feeling a lot lighter, getting rid of all this dead weight. Dropped an EP, that's an album that's a double. And motherfuck your opinions, I'm a bad motherfucker, what's up? I'ma jump out the window. Y'all about to get hit. I looked up in the mirror, said fuck that, I'm the shit. Yeah, so check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, so check me out, you ain't doing nothing. Check me out, you ain't doing nothing.
Damn. 26 now. And I'm a rapper. Fuck it. Might as well go all in.
Sam RucKus, you ain't doing nothing.
What's up? Dealing with me now.
There's a video on our YouTube of him playing live. I think it was the first time he ever streamed live, if I'm not mistaken. And he did a great job. He was like all worried. Do I sound okay? Do I sound okay? Do I sound okay? But he's a self-produced hip hop artist. And yeah, he sounded fine. He sounded more than fine. The first song, he seemed a little nervous. Then after that, he was good to go. It was for the first Sofa Street Fair that was done live online. And we did such a good job on that. Like, we were the only channel at that event where it just went the whole time. A band would play for about a half an hour, and then Media Wench would fill. Maybe have the band call in, have other people call in, talk about other, like go visit the other channels and like push the other channels through and stuff. We had a great time doing that. I thought it was going to suck because it was like fucking 7 hours, but it was like boom. It was like gone as soon as we started almost. It was so fun. And then we didn't end up doing the second one, I don't think. So that's the way it goes. And they had a summer show on the 20th. Or yeah, it was the 20th. It was the same day as our Plex show. And yeah, good on them. They're trying to keep it real during the pandemic, the inability to have shows outside. Yeah, maybe we'll have some of the sofa people on the panel one of these days again. We had them on the panel before when the panel wasn't very good because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Now we have some idea of what we're doing with everybody remote. And I think as far as independent projects that don't have any backing or any real funding, I think that maybe we might have the best sound of all of them. So there's that. Anyway, the Media Wench demanded a song. This is NVS. This song is called Jesus Camping. And I'm real proud of Walter for he engaged in a project called Make NVS Streamable Again. Once everything gets cleared up, I'll make sure everybody knows they would love you to use their music on your stream, especially if you're leftists.
Finally come so you can be saved from yourself. You want your pie in the sky, why don't you go there yourself? Feeling the nuclear air of sprays and paychecks won't be enough. Fallout comes good intentions, bring out the worst in us. Circus prank, taking life savings to the bank. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bad faith in science and even worse alliance, so full of shit. Riding the cash cow, $1 billion evangelist. Non-profit off their feet, and then run another day. Good intentions bring out the worst in us. Good intentions bring out the worst in us. Good intentions bring out the worst in us. And good intentions bring out the worst in us. And good intentions bring out the worst in us. And good intentions bring out the worst in us. And good intentions bring out the worst in us. And good intentions bring out the worst in us. So dig yourself a grave so you can finally be saved. Makes you so conceited, your prophecies defeated, with every date repeated, your failures are deep-seated. When I see someone praying, can't hear the words you're saying, you're damning their salvation. Trace up your derangement, looks like your God's gone camping, yet constantly revamping the Jesus Christ free market. Let's get this rupture started. Some donate all their savings and their worldly belongings. The rupture passed them sadly, maybe they'll kill their families. Bodies of children in hell turn into little angels. Spewing eugenic rhetoric, survival of the fetish. Cause doomsday didn't happen, that was just Jesus camping. Straight from the mouth of madness, the blood is your Black Sabbath. Like I said, ain't your problem. You make doomsdays, you don't solve them. The support in us. Good intentions bring out the worst 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 in us.
That's Jesus Camping by NVS. I've been emailing a little bit with Walter from NVS, talking to him a little bit about content creation and music artists and how local music and content creators can kind of get together a little bit and help each other out a little bit. And he's starting a project called Make NVS Streamable again. He's going through and trying to figure out who might be filing copyright claims on his behalf. And he's trying to tell them all to stop so that people can stream his music on places like Twitch and YouTube and Facebook Live. And I think that's super cool. I was just asking him to clear us, but then he responded with, he's like, you know what, let's make NVS streamable again. And I just thought that was super cool. And I have been having kind of a nice email conversation with him about it. I'm going to try to get Walter on one of these days, the show, do an interview with him. He's a really interesting, really smart guy, super talented. He's in a new band called Book on VHS. I'm expecting some new music from his new act. Also, just much love to Kyle and River and fucking, I forget who their drummer was. It's probably Micah. Micah was everybody's fucking drummer. But all the members of NVS, they've all at least called in or sent us music from their new projects. And a lot of the stuff we play has members of NVS in it. Kyle, who was the bassist for NVS, was the bassist for the Roughies for a little while. River, who does Panhandlers Union, it was the lead guitarist for NVS. Like, they all landed in really great projects. I don't know what Kyle's doing now, but maybe. Oh, and NVS kind of came back together too at some point. We're gonna see. Hopefully one of these days we'll have new NVS music, but who fucking knows? So I got asked for a 2 for Tuesday, which I'll only do if the Media Wench asks for it, or if people use their channel points to keep requesting the same band, I guess. So here's Lament by NVS.
Up within each other's arms, gonna break you in half, but I mean you no harm.
Our method is kind as the bullet inside of a gun, reaching out with a caustic line, defaced and betrayed by the stereotype we portray. Sensibility withers away. My lament to you. My lament to you.
Undoubtedly real, as I resist the urge you binge and you purge. Yes, sense of freedom as one of us comes. The greatest choice of sex I found in excess. Oh, disregarded, disillusioned, and dormant to a grave. Nothing is up in spite of everything you gave. The method is kind as the bullet inside of a gun, reaching out with a caustic line, defaced and betrayed by the stereotype we portray. Sensibility wins away. My lament to you. My lament to you. a suicidal letter. It's the wind, your ones who will be. Pull the trigger. Best I can do with the worst you could ever hope for. I said the best I can do with the worst you could ever hope for.
That was Lament by NVS on 2 for Tuesday here on Local Love. I remember that shit on Live 105 when radio was a thing. People used to listen to the radio to hear songs. Countless tabs. People were having a discussion about tabs in the chat. You out there in podcast land, are you a many tabs person or a few tabs person? I am a few tabs person. When I do post-production for the show, I was just saying in the chat that I have 2 Audacity windows open and a window of Caden Live for editing video, and then 4 browser tabs, and that's it. And sometimes it'll go up to 5, but then I'll close one of the ones that was open before. I go fucking crazy. I also fucking like I remember one night during the post game, I forget what show it was, people were taking screenshots of their desktop and putting it in the Discord, and it was fucking scary because ain't shit on my desktop. I keep everything in my home folder like a fucking normal person. But you look at anybody else's computer, I just like last time I was at my parents' house, I looked at my dad's fucking computer and the desktop was just this fucking cascade of icons. I'm like, how do you find anything? And then he told me he searches for it all, and I'm like, well, okay, well, whatever. So I know Screamin' Cheese is playing Conspiracy Bingo, so I figured since you're playing Conspiracy Bingo, I'm going to play a song by Ophwurld. This song is called Microwave Meltdown, and there's some conspiracy shit in here. So you might get a spot on your bingo card before we go into Red Light or before we go into the after show.
The gap is getting wider, day by day. The older getting older, getting older, getting older, getting older.
Are U.S. government microwave mind control tests causing TV presenters' brains to melt down?
Well, a very, very heavy divertation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go ahead, paraphrasing this for the bit to have the pit.
had an intense sensation in it. When radio's dark night existed and assumed control, and we rocked in its web, consumed by static and stroked with fear, we were drawn down long from the street, and awakened at baseball by a worried garden, made to be led through wet jungle.
Are U.S. government microwave mind control tests causing TV presenters' brains to melt down?
Now, Defense Minister McLeod did confirm today that more than 54 18 fighter jets are spending about as much as 20 and ready to assist the 100 deployed over the announced meeting. Now, it did depend that how the NOLAN emerges our end, while the university or the UN mission has all received support from all batteries in the hues of the gardens of today. Excuse me. I'll hand it back to you.
Yeah, the media once was just talking about when we had a projector in the studio, you know, during the time when there were no cameras in here. We legitimately hooked a projector up to the machine that we ran Discord on and then pointed the fucking projector at the ceiling at like an angle so it kind of covered the ceiling in a like kind of like the shape of a rhombus. But the projector was fucked up and there were all these dead pixels, so there were all these white spots and shit on the Discord. And like that was also like nobody was talking in the Discord during the audio only days. But yeah, when we get everybody back into the studio, I think that would be cool. Or to fucking throw the chat up, like the Twitch chat, throw that up on the ceiling or something via a projector. I think that would be super cool. Especially if we could set the cameras up in such a way that like it sees it. Maybe we put it on. We'll figure it out. I mean, we're going to have to do a lot of work once people can come back in the studio anyway, because everything, I mean, I kind of tore everything apart. Like all my setups are for a single mic. Everything's for like a single mic. So yeah, everything isn't set. We can do I definitely have a bunch of old fucked up projectors that we can use. Oh shit. DJ Star, thank you for making a baby throw money out the window. I appreciate it. The last time you made a baby throw money out the window, the baby threw money at Dave Rubin, which I'm not even sure if you knew that you were doing, but our Facebook page says making babies throw money at Dave Rubin since March of 2020 or something like that. It was just a funny coincidence. I'm glad you stopped by. We do some local tunes, local bands and stuff on Tuesday nights. This might be another show it'd be fun to have you on the panel for sometime. I know you're a connoisseur of all different kinds of music and you're involved in the local music scene yourself. So I think it'd be great if you maybe came on some Tuesday night if you were of a mind. Also, it was so fun, Star, having you on the Cults show. Maybe the first Thursday in January, if you're available, I'd love to have you on again. That was absolutely the most fun we've had on that show. It only took you like 15 minutes to get unnervous about doing a talk show too. You were a great co-host and we were super glad to have you on. Also, the members of your community who came over and followed us and stuff, stuck around, watched our other shows. Fucking nice people, especially Botato. DJ Botato is like seriously the nicest dude. I like hang. Yeah, he's seriously the nice dude. I check out his stream whenever I can if he's on. I know it's a little harder for him to stream for other people, but like it seems like he's super supportive of your community. And if I'm not mistaken, he's posted about our cult stream since. And it's been super, super cool. Oh, that's a good song. Hitched Stitch. Before we do that, though, I want to show people. I want to take everybody back in time. I want to take everybody to a time when people were in the studio. The sound was wonderful, and our overlay was not. This is from May of 2019. This is Patty K.
Mad love to PK.
Live in our studio playing a song that still hasn't been released. It didn't even have a name when he played it. So this is from our YouTube channel. Anybody can check this out. There's a couple local acts. Sakura also has a live performance on our YouTube channel. But this is Patty K, all by himself from the Roughies. I'm somewhat embarrassed about our old overlay, but I'll get over it. This song's called Everywhere's an Island, and it'll just kind of give you a glimpse into like what it was like for us when we first got here on Twitch. If you'll notice, there's no chat overlay, and that's not because there was no chat overlay. It's because there was no chat. None of you were here yet.
Well, we've got Patty K here. It's his birthday, and he's got his guitar in hand.
Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. What a present. Oh, wow.
And a big fucking smile on his face.
What a gift. This is a song about global warming and incest. At least your grandparents got to the mountain, beat off the others with axes and sticks. The grandparents got and moved from the ocean, for it rose up and swallowed their houses and kids. But that was a long time ago. Now you might have to marry your cousin. There aren't many left of us. Could be your sister, so count yourself lucky that she died. But the others, it's probably best, cause the child that they make you make could be a monster. The blow on the horn, throw him off of the cliff. But the chances are smaller if it's only your cousin. So count yourself lucky that your sister is dead. Well, they bought Lenny Can and thought it would save them, but there's nowhere to hide from the bird in the blanket. Not proud of the legacy, glad that I made it, cause we raided through the town with the rats. Your G's came in, but the records were lost with the last generation, so I think that I'm safe. Marry your cousin, there aren't many left of us. Could be your sister, so count yourself lucky that she died with the others. It's probably best. The child they make you make could be a monster. The blow of the horn, throw him off of the cliff, but the chances are smaller if it's only your cousin. So you might as well count yourself lucky your sister is dead. Doing? We're doing pretty good. We're having a good time so far. Oh my god!
It's the theme song for LDS Jesus.
Everywhere's an island when the water gets high enough. Imagine the final days clinging to life. Everywhere's an island when the water gets high enough. Imagine a way to turn it back into ice. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. That was fucking brilliantly wonderful and great.
That's fucking fantastic. Thank you. That, by the way, let us know. Let us know if you'd like to come in here and record that during some quiet time so that we might use it as an unreleased, non-existent theme song for the Plex, because some of that shit you were saying was exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, of course. You know I'll come in.
Oh,
you know
that's
immediately,
fantastic.
not sooner.
So is that one of the songs you're going to be doing at your upcoming show?
That is. We'll be playing that live, electric with the full band, on Friday at the Caravan.
That was from Local Love when we were here on Twitch when nobody was watching and everybody was here. That song's really great. I love it. I can't wait till the album version, like the recorded version with the band, comes out, because it's like incredibly funny. Patty K is super talented, and I'm glad that he's a part of the community here, and I'm gonna try to get him on Local Love maybe next week. We'll see what's up. Patty K is a little bit busy with work and stuff now, but so that was a trip back in time. I really miss that microphone. That was an SM7B that Chip was talking into, but I don't care that much because I basically turned it into a computer that allowed us to get everyone streaming remotely, basically. So I'm going to play another song here. This is by request. This is Hitched Stitch by Soapcat. Request from the Media Wench up in the chat. And we'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back. Looks like I got Curtis from Monkey here. How you doing, man?
Hey.
Thanks for joining me again.
Yeah, buddy.
What you sipping on? I saw you drinking on a beer there.
Got some Märzen Amber Lager Sudwork Brewing monstrosity.
Oh, I like red beers. Me and the Media Wench both really like red beers. If we go to like a brew pub and we like don't see anything we're familiar with, we always order the red or the amber ale because it's usually a safe bet.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Always like balanced, not too
Good
not too
stuff.
hoppy, not too malty. Never gonna have any weird pumpkin spice or anything in it.
The pumpkin spice is the worst.
Well, I'm glad you made your way here this evening. We had a great time last week. It was kind of cool. We had 4 people on the open panel. I figured with the holidays it was going to be a little slow tonight, but yeah, like thanks for coming on. I don't know. There's a few people in the chat who might not know you. Why don't you tell us who you are, what you do, and that kind of stuff.
Sweet. My name's Curtis. I play in a band called Monkey, San Jose, California. Been around for 25 years.
No, that's serious. Like when I lived in the East Bay, I had heard of your band, so it's pretty good. But I ran with like I ran with a lot of skaters though. Like my friends were skaters, so they liked ska music a lot. So
For sure. It's good energy music.
yeah. Hey, how'd Sofa go?
Sofa was fucking brilliant. It was great. They put together quite a comedic package of little bits, and then they had a lot of performances from different performers, and we played our stuff, and we were a little over the top, but I think it was good. They had probably about us and then one other guy with a really cool, like funky, I'm gonna dress like a unicorn and play a bass and have like weird electronic music behind me kind of guy. I think those are the 2 really big showcases or sore thumbs.
Showcase or sore thumb. It's really in the eye of the beholder.
Hey, I texted you earlier. I got to bounce for like 2 minutes.
Oh,
2 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Lover's War by Monkey while you're gone.
Do it. 2 minutes.
a lover's war. Cause it's a lover's war. Cause every little thing is fair. This life is simple, but at times can seem insane. We draw lines all the time. Well, I'm bringing you the somebody from me, Ray. I know that you can do what it takes to survive, but we've given every chance to settle down and make things right. Caught in the crossfire and we're afraid of stepping out. Without the words that make us shout, and you're always stepping out when I'll be stepping in. If we both lose, nobody wins, yeah. And it's a lover's war. It's a lover's war. 'Cause every little thing is fair in a lover and a war. 'Cause it's a lover's war. It's a lover's war. 'Cause every little thing is
stepping out with empty words that make us shout. And I'm always stepping out when you'll be stepping in. If we both lose, nobody wins. Yeah. And it's a lover's war. It's a lover's war. 'Cause every little thing is fair in the lover and a war. 'Cause it's a lover's war. It's a lover's war. 'Cause every little thing is fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh. Seem to have lost Curtis. Probably internet problems. The internet is always a problem. There we go.
I'm just clicking on things.
Just clicking on stuff, seeing what happens.
Yeah.
I feel like I should do a Discord workshop for musicians someday.
Yeah, you should. You should.
It's probably a good thing for some of your communities too, but that song, I'm not sure we had played that before. That song was super good. It also showed off, I don't know, somebody's ability to sing like a motherfucker.
Thank you. And when I find that guy, I'm strangle him for you.
He stole my band. Stole my band.
Stole my band with a pretty man voice.
So, since I have you here, instead of with a giant group of people either in a room getting fucked up or in a panel where everybody's on a little bit of a delay, maybe I'll ask you a couple questions about your band and we'll go a little bit long tonight on the regular show. Hey, what's generally kind of the songwriting process like for your band?
Songwriting process. Well, when we're writing songs, it used to be that I had a bunch of guys in the band that would try to write songs, and they felt that they needed more presence in the band and that sort of thing. Over the years, it's kind of dwindled down to people that just want to be in the band because they like being in the band. So the dynamic has changed greatly. It's turned into a Curtis, what have you written lately? So I'm like, well, is anybody else going to put anything in? They're like, yeah, no, we're just going to wait for you to write stuff because you're really good at writing stuff. So it puts a lot more stress on me, I guess. But I can tell you that my writing process is varying. It usually starts with a concept or an idea, and I can write lyrics all day long that mean something to me, but then I have to figure out what about that lyric it means something to somebody else, and then change it to be more open as a concept for the listener. And then after I do that, then if things are too direct, like if I say, I went down to the store, got myself a soda, walked 4 blocks, saw a person at the park, waved at the person, like that's too direct, right? So I gotta find some way to poetry it up or lose the listener a little bit. But the hardest thing for me to come up with is a theme, a repeating tagline. And I know some people that are really good at it, really good. They can make a repeating tagline out of anything. for me, I have to believe in it. If I can't sell it to myself, I can't sell it to somebody else.
Thinking about people who are good at like the repeating taglines and the hooks and like the repeating theme, Patty K of the Roughies or Walter of NVS comes to mind. Like,
yeah,
it seems like, I don't know about their writing process. I've probably asked them both about it, but I was drunk as fuck and forgot what they said. But, but they both seem very good at kind of getting that thing that hooks you in, the sing along part where if you don't know the song, by the end of the song, you're singing along with the part. Right. And but that's, everybody does things differently. And, you're saying that you write the songs, but it's not like you hand your band sheet music, right? Your band is, as you're working the song out together, the members of your band are adding parts, improvising, changing things up a little bit, right?
It depends. It depends. Like, I've had songs that I've walked in and just said, okay, I'm going to play the whole song for you on this guitar, and I'm going to pretend I'm the horn players at the same time. So I'll be like, kind of scatting to it. And then, and that way they kind of understand where I'm going with the piece. Sometimes it's a co-written experience. What I like to do, what I react the quickest and the best to is someone with a not formulated well idea, and they're like, just played it a couple times, and I'm like, wait. At the end of that, you want to do a stop, I'm the guy that once I hear something, I can hear all the other instruments that stacked up on top of it, and I can write out the piece like almost immediately. So I'm really good in studio environments. People will say, well, we've got the basic concept of the song down here. And I'm like, well, send me the file, and then I'll just put something on top of it, keyboard, guitar, didgeridoo, whatever. And I'll put that on top of it, and they'll go like, wow, I didn't even think the song could go in that direction. And it's because I can hear that there's a tension or lyrical content that is drawing it away or expressing some other rhythm on top of the song. So I'll grab onto that rhythm and I'll make it more prevalent in the song.
It sounds like you might be, I don't know, have you done that kind of work, production, the producer for other artists?
I have, and I've done it for a couple of artists, really small artists that no one's ever heard of. In fact, you remember Whiskey Avengers?
The name sounds really familiar, and either you've said the name before, or you're not the only one who said the name on my show.
No, they used to play with what are they called? Drew's band. FTB. Sorry, but for some reason I said H and then I couldn't think of F. When FTB was around, they used to play shows A and B with Whiskey Avengers a lot. And I didn't work with Whiskey Avengers, but I worked with the singers Stefan's previous band. And I did some production work with them. And I've done production work with some other bands. But hard because the band has to really trust you and want you to tell them that they're doing something right or wrong. And both can have negative consequences. You tell someone that they're doing something right, then they're like, well, who makes you the judge? And it's like, well, then you tell them they're doing something wrong, and then they're like, whoa, I don't have to listen to this jerk. And it's like, well, wait, you asked me to come by and tell you what my thoughts were, and I'm telling you, cut 4 bars off of that because it's going on too long.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be able to kind of sit there and dispassionately, maybe not dispassionately might be the wrong word, because you want a good product, so you're passionate about the music, but kind of to dispassionately like evaluate somebody's work as an artist, especially if that person's like friendly with you or something. You're right. It's fraught with potential problems.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's also great. Like you were saying, if they trust you, then all you're doing is making their product better. You're not like, you're not like, change the entire song. You're like, here's how it should be structured. You're doing,
And I'm not the kind of guy that's like, hey, lose these 4 bars or you don't got a single. I don't really listen for singles. I listen for texture. I listen for interesting objects. There was it seems like a random jaunt, but I listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson a lot, and he had a lady that was responsible for the finish work on the Mars rover, and she was hired into her department because she was kind of hired as because she was autistic, right? And they said, well, she's really good at what she does because of her autism, but this may take the space program to something, really wildly out there and excellent, or it might take us to nowhere, right? You might just go around in circles. And she described her autism as being photographic, right? See, everything like numbers and concepts appear as shapes, almost as shapes and colors that she would like to overlay on each other to get the right effect. And that's the closest thing that I've ever heard that describes what I think, what my process is like. So for what I hear when I listen to a band, if I can go in there objectively without having heard the song before and just have them play it once, I can almost go like wrong, right, wrong, wrong, right, 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 wrong. You need a harmonica on top of that, and we need a banjo over here, and I want a piano player doing cascading, and as long as I can allow myself to just think in that format, I can really generate a big turnaround in a piece. But the person who is asking for that type of input may not actually want to hear that type of reply. And that's the hard part, is just riffing like that and then just going, look, it's your song. Like, this is what I hear when I listen to it.
It reminds me of the first time we had Sweet Haya in the studio. It wasn't long after Jenna Wise came out, and they said it was the first album where they had a producer there telling them what to do. Yeah. And they said it took a minute to get used to it. But then when they listened back to the finished product, they remembered like what they were told was like would work and would improve what they were doing. And they said that, in the end, that they were super glad for the feedback, and that, that this person's job was to produce records. And so before their other album, there was nothing wrong with it, but it was like more of just what the band wanted to put together. And I just kind of like what you're saying just reminds me of what Nehal said about that. I'm probably like butchering what she said too, because she's got a way about her, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it really reminds me of what they were saying when we had them in what we would refer to as the Purple Studio. When we were renting office space for this project. And I wonder how many bands like get mad at the producer, but then when the record's done, they're like, man, I'm glad that producer was there.
Yeah. Well, I just remember, I do remember, what is the name of their band? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Kind of a rap metal band that was from San Jose. They got hired by Maverick, which was the micro label that Madonna had put together.
Are you talking about Insolence?
Yeah, Insolence. So they got hired by Maverick, right? And my buddy is the rap guy for the band. He says I went past his house and he was like in a daze. He's like, I'm getting ready to go down to Southern California and like, it's just really busy right now. And I said, oh, cool. And he goes, can I share something with you? I just had the weirdest incident in my life. I said, what's that? He says, I picked up the phone. You know, mom was saying, you know, someone's on the phone for you. Picked up the phone. And this lady on the other end was like, is this Mark? He goes, yeah, this is Mark. Mark, this is Madonna. And he's like, excuse me? And she's like, the Madonna. And he's like, oh, wow. What do you want? And she says, you know that song, the number 3 song, you know, and you go into that little thing in the middle? Yeah. Cut it or it doesn't make it on the album. Okay. And that was it. She's like, have a good day. And that was the end of the call. And that always struck me as amazing to have that type of power to just tell somebody, you know, this is exactly what's wrong. Don't fight it, or else it doesn't fly. It'd be interesting to have that power, but at the same time, I think that type of power can make you blind to alternatives as well.
Well, and she's just the one paying the bills. I mean, at that point, right?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like when your boss tells you to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, Curtis. Thanks for joining me. We ran a little long, but I'm glad you came and talked a little bit about your music, and I'm glad you saw fit to join again. I think I'm going to go into the post game, so I'm gonna bid you a good night. Thanks again for joining, though. I had a lot of fun last week, and we're kind of still trying to work out the new format of the show with everybody on remote. With it just you and me, no problem, super easy. Start adding people to the mix. It gets a little bit harder. Last week was a bit chaotic, but thanks for toughing it out, and thanks for jumping on this week.
We'll have to, for sure. We'll do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. The show every week, 8 to 10 is open panel. You can jump in as early or as late as you want. And we always like to have you around because you're a funny guy who has seen some things.
With my eyes, my spectacle, my special eyes.
And thanks for learning a new fucking piece of software for us, man. It's a bit of a barrier for other people, but for us in production, using this piece of software is like almost like it's impossible to do what we're doing without it.
I still have to figure out what exactly you're doing and how you're doing it, because I would like to be able to use these. I would love to have the prowess that you have.
Oh, well, I'm around. I'm around. Hit me up on Discord.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for joining me.
All right, dude.
All right, this has been Local Love. We went a little long today. That was Curtis from Monkey who joined us. Hopefully he'll be a mainstay here on the show. You can find the show as a podcast. Just look for Local Love on any podcatcher. If you're listening to the podcast version of the show, you can find us live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Echoplex Media. And we're about to go into Red Light or the post game or whatever here, the after show. So I'm going to play a song, maybe 2. I can go get another beer. I can get away from these fucking displays for a minute. And I'll be back in a minute. This song is called Got Caught by Audible Smoke, and this has been Local Love. I'm super glad we have this show back. And I'm excited for what we're going to do with it in 2021.
This is Stone to eat the abominable dope, man. I chill here with Sans the Audible Smoke, man. A matter of fact, we come alive with the whole band. So hold on, man. You too, man. Now here we go. I'll open up the books. Now don't you dare laugh. We have an Audible Smoke for your hoes on your ass. You may have graduated the very top of your class, but you're coming in last. Quickly switch tracks, a runaway train. Pull the switch fast. Eyes rolling up with dollar signs. Trees of quick cash. Feel the whip crack into your back. Welcome reality. Feel the whip lash. Life is a game, protect your queen. You just gotta head on your pavement till the cop pulls you over, take a seat on the pavement. Now he's going through your stuff while you try to explain it. Now you just bought that sack and you cannot afford to replace it. Heading to the home, tired, feeling kinda spent, and you just realize that now you're
short on your way, you gotta pay that water bill. On the next page, checking out your radiator smoking, man. What did you expect when it rains and pours? Such a familiar scene is an alternative way to make some easy green. You turned your eyes to the streets and started slaying its speed. It's just enough to get on top, but now you're feeding breathe. You need more. Fast flowing heads, pedaling rock. You need more. Fast plans of an expanded block. You need more. Running your power till your soul to a coffin goes, oh, and you got caught. Oh, you got caught. Oh, you got caught. Oh, you got caught. And you just got caught. Uh-oh. And you just got caught. Oh no. And you just got caught. Uh-oh. And you just got caught. And you just got caught. Uh-oh. And you just got caught. Oh no. And you just got caught. Uh-oh. And you just got caught. I was a high school loser, my knuckles with the ruler. The teacher be smacking, I was sleeping in class, and then I wasn't that cool, napping in my own room with a puddle on the desk while I dream about breasts. And then the school bell rang, out the door rang. On back to the pad where I lived with my mom and my stepdad Ron. He used to yell, clean up the dog shit and mow the front lawn. And then when you're done, keep the stereo down. Yo, I thought he was an asshole, he thought I was a clown. And him and my moms would go to bed about 10 o'clock, but sometimes approximately, but usually on the dot. And me, I couldn't sleep, I had a hard-ass time. Lockdown, curfew, with my shit on rock. So I crept to the living room, a legal D-scram. What? Playboy, candlelight, candy causing handy. But my mom, she couldn't sleep, cause something wasn't right. She realized she never got to tell me goodnight. She went back in the living room and flipped on the light. There I was on the sofa straight, gripping it tight. And the look on both our faces was that a shock. Okay, and they